This is going to be fun today, and don't worry, you don't have to write everything down. You can always visit our YouTube channel and rewatch all of these presentations anytime you want. All right. So, I thought it'd be fun. We started doing this last year, a 6-month review. And I was trying to think, well, does anybody remember, would anybody be willing to share one thing they learned last year that they implemented that they're still doing today or that had an impact on their business? Does anybody, no one here is using video at all, are they? No one's doing video. Y'all are doing video everywhere. We talked about video for, I think, 6 or 7 months. And now a lot of you are using video to market your properties and yourselves, and it just seems like second nature. There's lots of other things we covered, but I thought it'd be a good point now, since we take the month of July off, we do not have any business meetings, to look back on some of the topics we've covered this year so far, because a phrase we hear a lot is, what do I do next? What do I do next? Because there's so many new things happening, and we try not to put too many new ideas on you because we know you can't do them all. It's not humanly or physically possible, and so we have to help you understand how to focus on just a couple. Remember, we started off the year, Alan and I talked about thoughts of the future. What is going to happen, and Eddie even touched on this too. The future comes one day at a time. I really like this one. I think it's something to do with tomorrow, that there always is one, and that everything can change when it comes. You don't know what's going to happen. And a vision is a clearly articulated, results-oriented picture of a future you intend to create. It's a dream with direction. So, we always start off the year challenging you to think about what you want to do this year. What do you want to learn? And we don't tell you. We throw out a bunch of ideas and present you with many different topics. We talked about some housing trends. And the trend that we see for this year is convenience. Smart homes. Every homeowner and home buyer wants this to be easy. They don't want this to have to be so difficult that they have to work for. And we spent a lot of time talking about the conversion code, the book that's really geared towards how to, capture internet leads, turn them into appointments, and close more sales. We talked about landing pages. That's a big part of that book. Writing the perfect blog post. Why? If you do write a blog post, there's some people that write great blog posts, but then they don't get you to do anything after you read it, so you have to have some kind of magnet. Complete this form or download this post. Contact me to learn more about this. And what I find is really interesting, not just about our market, but a lot of the things we talk about, over 90% of the people never do them. You look at those of y'all, and a lot of y'all are using video. There are a lot of agents in this market, other companies, that don't even know how to get started with video. Because y'all have taken the time to learn how to do it. It's not easy. You have to practice and you have to learn. But this is true about so many things that people they dismiss it. And then 12 months from now, they're thinking, I really wish I'd learned how to do Facebook Live. It is just so difficult to press the button and talk into my phone. I don't know how I couldn't have learned how to do that. This stuff is so easy now. It is really easy. And then, Julie spent a lot of time in her classes talking about Facebook. So in the conversion code, we talked about going beyond Facebook. Facebook is extremely important, but are you using another social media platform? And we recommended that, look, there are a bunch out there, and you do not have to be using every single one of them, but think about one that you like. I was talking to John Bunn yesterday, and he told me he signed up on Twitter 7 years ago, but just started using it again. And I didn't ask him if it's because he wants to see what our president is doing every day or every minute. But sometimes these platforms change. And so you get back on them because there's a new stream of users. And still in the conversion code, we talked about how do you get online leads to pick up the phone. And then when they do answer your call, what do you say to them? That's so critically important. And we told you about this method called ARPing, acknowledge, respond, pivot, and how you can even use that with your children or your grandchildren or leads online. I use it all the time. Came home last night and there were 10 cupcakes, freshly baked, sitting on the counter. And it was about 8:30 when I walked in the door. Like, how many of these am I not going to eat? And I ate one, and then I went upstairs to check on my daughter, and she said, Dad, aren't you going to eat some of those cupcakes? I said, am I going to eat some of those cupcakes? They sure do look delicious. Why don't we talk about that after breakfast? That sounds great. So I didn't tell her I wasn't going to eat the cupcakes because I went downstairs and ate 2 more cupcakes. But the point is finding ways to practice this. And this is a strategy that works in all kind of areas. And we made the point that marketing feeds appointments, appointment feeds sales, and sales feed our children. That's the name of the game. This was a really fun one I love digging into, cooperation, when we think about what that means. Talk about cooperating agents and being easy to work with our clients. And if you remember cooperation, this is from Wikipedia, it's the process of groups of organisms working together or acting together for the common or mutual benefit, as opposed to working in competition for selfish benefit. So we talked about how to be an agent that's easy to work with, that other agents love to bring an offer to or work a deal with. And how, this is so true, communication is 20% of what you know and 80% about how you feel about it. Because if people really feel that you do care, that's what is the most important part. And then your clients. Every client wants an agent that's easy to work with. We want clients that are easy to work with. Doesn't always happen, but they're hiring us for our services. And if you want to attract clients that are easy to work with, how you can become an agent that's easy to work with. And we talked about why inventory is low. And then Alan and Julie, I was not here, they talk about what you can do about it. There's some things you can do about it. And so, where do you find all this stuff? Every piece of information that we talked about is right here on the Bickerstaff Parham YouTube channel. This is a screenshot, but you can scroll down and we have a business meeting channel. You can go back. You don't have to watch every minute. You can fast forward and scroll. So if there's something you want to learn about or something you missed, they're always there. That was the last one, why inventory is low. We've got fun stuff too. I finally did upload the real estate gym. So if you want to share that, you can download and share any video that's on our YouTube channel.
I've got people that call me and ask if we really had a gym.
People don't know what they don't know. You said, well, yes, I'd love to show you at 5 o'clock today at my office. And I said, this gym contract looks like a buyer brokerage agreement. So, what is the takeaway today? I'm going to give you 3 tasks. Out of all the things we've discussed this year so far, I want you to pick one. Pick something that you like, something you enjoy. If you love Snapchat or Instagram, or if you love blogging, or if you love talking to people on the phone that you've never met before, write that down. You love online leads. Pick something that you like. And then select something you don't know how to do. If you don't know how to do Facebook Live, run a Facebook ad. That's what you write down. Then select something that you think you'll need to know how to do 12 months from now. You all know how people are responding to what you're doing, and if you jump forward to June of 18, think, God, I wish I had learned how to do that. That's what you need to write down there. Because you're not going to do anything else after that. All you have to do is just write them down. And in 2 weeks, at our next business meeting, we're going to teach you how to understand what the appropriate next steps are. And maybe you try all 3, maybe you try 2, maybe you just pick one. But first you got to identify, I'll go back to that. This one's really easy. I mean, something you like. You love video. You love taking pictures of property. You love running ads on Google or Facebook. Something you don't know how to do. That list could be like everything. There's so much stuff I don't know how to do. I know of it. I know that I should do some of these things, but I've never done it, so I could list a bunch of things I don't know how to do. This is a little more challenging, something you need 12 months from now. Think about, and it doesn't have to be just business. It could be, personally as well. If you want to learn, how to stay in touch with past clients or some of your friends from college or high school or grandkids, and you want to know, God, it'd be so cool if I could only spend 5 minutes online each day live chatting with my grandkids or my cousins or my sister or my brother. Is that something you wish you knew how to do 12 months from now? Because we spend a lot of time doing stuff. And the problem is there's always new stuff coming out that we need to learn how to do. But if you just pick 3 things, in 2 weeks, we'll help you understand how you can decide which one of those is a priority and how you can understand the next steps. Because I think probably all of these will help you professionally and personally. I'm amazed how much we learn in real estate adds value to our personal life too. Becoming a better communicator, taking pictures, understanding what people want, learning how to manage 50 different things going on at once. This business can help you do so much more than just become successful and generate income. And help you become more in tune with yourself and your family and your friends. But it takes work. But we don't want to try to overload you. So just think about 3 things. And the good news is you don't have to share them with anybody. Write them down, cover them up, put them in a secret password protected note on your iPhone so nobody knows what you've selected. It can be your secret, and you won't have to share them in 2 weeks, but we'll help you understand how to identify what those next steps are. Because the next steps apply to whatever your 3 items are that you select. So I'm looking forward to not knowing what you select, but helping you learn how to make the most out of it so that you can benefit from it. So appreciate y'all being here today. Thank you.